The Z is ugly once again.
Good morning, guys. Welcome back to the channel. As you guys can tell, I'm rewrapping my car again. And I know I haven't been really like keeping you guys up with everything that's like happening to this car right now. So like in the last video, you guys saw that the car was yellow, and I wrapped it a little bit. Like I showed a little bit of clips of me wrapping it yellow. I'm actually already changing the color again. I just wasn't feeling this yellow as much as I thought I was going to. It's too bright for me, and I really like my car dark. I really miss the dark look of my car when it was gray. Yeah, so I'm just like I liked it. At the same time, I just didn't like it. I really missed the dark, so I actually bought another dark color. I've actually started already wrapping it, even though I haven't even finished peeling most of the wrap off of my car yet. The color I actually went with, I'll show you, almost the entire driver's side of the car is done. Bam. This color is actually Avery Gloss Metallic Brown. And the camera doesn't do that great of a job of picking up the flake, and it actually looks like it's way darker in person than it is in in pictures and video. But I'm very excited for it to be this color. Brown is such a trending color right now, so I think it's gonna look really good, especially with the Rocket Bunny kit and the aggressiveness of my car. I think it's gonna look really good, this dark brown. So for the rest of this video, you're gonna see me wrap this entire side of the car, and hopefully I can finish it today. Yesterday I just wanted to knock as much out as I could, and that's what I got done. I also do have, so here in New Mexico, we have Elite Tuner in 2 weeks. Actually, 13 days, yeah. 13 days, so 2 weeks we have to Elite Tuner. I'm probably gonna showcase this color at the show, so the other half of this video might be there, or it might be a separate video in its own. Stay tuned for that. But, let's get started. Okay, so yesterday I had cut, for these rear panels, this whole roll is 60 inches wide, so 5 feet, and I only needed 29 inches to do this. So instead of cutting 50 and then cutting it in half, which I mean it would have made sense, or cutting a piece, I just used this roll and I cut to the dimensions for height or for width. This fender is 60 inches wide exactly, so I might have to stretch a little bit around the corners. But I did that on the other side, it looks fine. I just cut 29 inches tall, so I would be saving a little bit more wrap. So I'm gonna go ahead and apply this side to this fender. went ahead and I've like, it's called glassing. So essentially what it is it just like laying the wrap down so it takes the shape of the fender, but it's actually not pressed on. So like there's air, it has to push right here. Now it's touching, but there's air everywhere. Now is to get all the air out of there so it can actually apply itself to the car. This uses a felt edge squeegee. These things are pretty cheap. This one's like $2 off of Metro. But yeah, all you essentially do is you just, yeah, all that air, work it out. And I creased it a little bit. No, I didn't. Push. Now all of this is stuck. And essentially I'm just gonna do that to the entire fender, and then this fender will be done. I'm just gonna time lapse it. Okay, now this fender's done. What I was doing with the heat is I was just getting the air out from around every one of my walnuts so that it doesn't bubble when I stick my over fender on, so it doesn't bubble when I stick my over fender on. But now this fender is completely done. It's tucked, trimmed. Like, even though for me using a razor blade, that's my edge. Like, all my edges look good. That's a freehand, like, I don't know how easy I made that look, but I can tell you it's not that as easy as I probably made it look. Wrapping is actually pretty difficult, just trying to get the rest of the car wrapped. So the rest of this time I might just time lapse everything. Okay, I did a terrible job of showing it, but I actually got all 3 of the fenders done out here. So here's the driver's side one. Vents are black, looks really good. Accent, there's that one. Here's the rear. Here's the rear passenger side, and then there's the front passenger side right there. So now all I have left is the 2 fenders on the car, and then I can put all of this back together, and I'm done. Okay, so it's the next day. I actually finished wrapping the car. I just put my head down and just grinded to get it done. Since I do have a car show since I keep saying, but I do have Elite Tuner in like a week or so now. I'll go show you the car in a minute. It looks really good, but I'm actually doing one more thing. This is such an impulse thing for me to do right now, but I'm actually laying my splitter my diffuser. It's not done, and then the other thing I'm gonna lay is my window roof spoiler in carbon. I had some leftover carbon from when I had to fix my roof. Yes, the carbon roof that I showed you guys I got, it kind of flew off on the freeway. Long story, I'll do a story video with that sooner or later. But since I had all this extra carbon, I was like, why not just do the extra step and add just a little bit more carbon to my car. So I'm currently in the process of laying all of this stuff, and then I'll show you guys how I've learned to lay it, and then how I learned to like epoxy all this, and then I'll put it back on. Hopefully this makes a really big change in my car. The thing about carbon is carbon's very delicate. It's really honestly not that hard to like learn to lay, but like the material itself, it's just very thin, and like, well, not thin, it's thick, but like you can see straight through it kind of, hopefully. Like you can see that. So like when you're laying it, you have to be careful, and you have to like push the weave together, or else you'll see straight through it. Everything I'm using to do carbon, I bought off Amazon. So like the carbon cloth, the epoxy, the resin, like, yeah, I literally got all of it off Amazon. It's a lot cheaper doing it yourself. It just takes a lot longer, and it's a lot of work. It's not the hardest thing in the world. I honestly think wrapping a car is a little harder than laying this stuff. But I'll leave a link to like the carbon cloth and everything I bought in the description. So to actually get the carbon cloth to stick to it, I'm just using Loctite spray adhesive. This I just bought from Walmart. Make sure that you push all of the fibers together so you don't have any gaps between them. And you're just gonna like gently lift. Start from the center, and you're just gonna like gently lay it down. And then you'll do the edges last. Done. This is an easier piece since it really is just kind of flat. The only issue are these corners. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna end up, so like this is the edge, I'll end up trimming really short, spraying the backside with spray adhesive, tucking it around the corner, and then trimming this, tucking it around the corner, so that when I epoxy it, it just stays in place and you have it wrapped around the edges. This is how I do the edge. Like I already sprayed all, like it's all trimmed and everything, and I already sprayed like the edge with adhesive. So I'm gonna start from here. Just gonna fold that over. So then you establish your corner first, and then you just continue this. Once you get the corner done like that, you kind of just like work the rest of it in place. And I've been going at an angle the whole time. Like I'm not going straight like this. I'm pushing more like this, so it lays the correct way, and it doesn't like fold on itself. Okay, so this is day 2 of laying epoxy on my carbon stuff. Last night did not go as planned. I did 2 coats of epoxy and it didn't cure all the way, so it doesn't look the greatest. So I'm gonna try to fix it right now. I've been letting them sit in the sun, and this one's actually starting to cure. It wasn't curing before, and I could tell it's starting to cure because it's starting to get liquidy and run onto this piece of paper that I left from my wrap. So that one looks good. This one I might have to move the centerpiece. This is the whole diffuser, but like as you can see, like I got a lot of run that I'm gonna have to fix on my epoxy. Like this one's way worse than this one. This one's actually pretty smooth. Centerpiece of the diffuser, same thing. I don't know why, but my wing spoiler decided it wanted to like cooperate, and there's very little imperfection with the top. There's some low spots in there, but other than that, all of this is super smooth, and like it looks real good. So this I'll probably finish today. It takes one more coat, do some sanding and some polishing, and then that will be good. And these are gonna take a lot more work to do. When you start mixing the two, the hardener, the epoxy and the hardener, it'll turn like this hazy white color, like this at the bottom. And you just wanna mix it thoroughly enough until the whole thing turns clear again. Just pour some on it, which shouldn't do it like that. And then you're just gonna brush. Ooh, that's a chunk of cloth. I need to get out. So like as you can see, that's my 3rd coat, and it already looks, it has some orange peel, which I'll have to get out, but like it looks like carbon now finally. So much better with the carbon. Like the carbon just adds so much more to that splitter, especially with the brown, especially with all the other carbon that I have on the car. I just need to figure out now, I want to place my splitter rods in a different spot, because I really didn't like the placement of them last time. I'm honestly thinking about having them straight in the middle, just connecting straight to the crash bar, but we will see how that goes. Okay, so after like an hour and a half of struggling trying to put those on, I got them on. That was not the best way to secure them, but I mean, I like the way that looks. It gives it a different look to the car. I mean, I could always end up buying longer rods later and putting them back in my bumper how they were. I just didn't drill the holes in the exact same spot as they were, but then again, I couldn't see them because of the carbon. But I had to make a modification to my grill. I had to cut a hole around so this couldn't fit through here. These things are secure on both sides. It's getting really cold out here right now, so I'm just gonna attach my bolts on the side of the bumpers, and then I'll pick this video up when I'm at the show. Okay, my battery's about to die, but we made it to the show. We parked in a group, which is pretty sick. So you have me, Esteban Z actually made it here. I got it to work last night at like 11 p.m. just so we can get it here. I'm the bag god. I know how to fix anything. His Q made it, and then Antonio and his Genesis, and then Corey didn't bring his Civic here, but I wish he would have. You guys all came over and helped me wrap it over a weekend. Oh, cool. This man just cleaning his car. It is currently 9:07 in the morning, and we are all tired. Yeah, but I'm very surprised I was able to get this thing to work. I just had to clean out his airlines, and he's got it up, but he's also having an issue now with his compressor not turning on, but we'll address that when the show ends. Just glad his car's here and we have them next to each other.